guys, and welcome to another video. It is now 2021. This is going to be kind of like my 2020 reflection video. For the past couple of years, I have actually been taking the time once a week to write something positive that happened that week down on a post-it note, and I put it into this jar right here. I never filmed a video last year. I think I just put it off so long, and then it was like February, so it was definitely too late. But I wanted to make this video so that I could obviously look back on all the positive stuff that happened in my 2020. Obviously, you guys know that 2020 was a hard year for everyone. Although it wasn't the worst, it was definitely a very challenging year for us. But like I said, there were still so many great things that happened, so I wanted to share with you guys all of the best parts of my 2020. So like I said, once a week, I have been putting these little post-it notes with something positive. I'm just gonna kind of pull out these post-its one by one and read them off. First post-it, here we go. I finally got my hair done. This was when I got the balayage done back in September, and it just felt so good to finally get my hair done. And that was the first time it had been colored all year, so it just felt amazing to do that finally. I got 15 amazing smelling candles at the Bath & Body Works Candle Day event. You guys may have seen that vlog, but obviously I went a little crazy on Candle Day. It's one of my favorite days of the year. We had a super amazing Thanksgiving with our best friends. Side note, Uma is over here playing with the pieces of paper that I've already pulled out of the jar. It's so funny. But yeah, it was a great Thanksgiving with friends. We had some yummy food, good times. Taylor Swift dropped a new album with less than 24 hours notice. I think this is actually when she dropped Folklore, the first one. Little did I know she was about to drop a second album. I'm sure that's probably in here somewhere too. I voted for the first time, and I am a little embarrassed to admit that, but for the 2020 election, that was my first time voting, and I was just so excited to do it. Harper got Student of the Month. This was such a big deal, and I'm still so proud of her for accomplishing this. She just makes me more and more proud every single day, and I love her so much. Okay, for the first time ever, we had a normal Christmas morning on actual Christmas Day, and it was so magical. I feel like I've said this a million times, but every year on Christmas, we are usually at either my parents' or Ben's parents'. We always take off Christmas Eve, and we have to ask Santa to come on a different day, just because our parents live so far and we usually only have like a day and a half off. But because Christmas fell on a Friday this year, it worked out perfectly. And we actually got to wake up on Christmas morning here at home and have the most magical, normal Christmas morning ever. And it was so perfect. Harper was Student of the Week at school for her character. So this was a couple months before she got Student of the Month. She was Student of the Week, which is so amazing. But she got chosen for her character. So again, so proud of her, forever proud of her. We had a fun little open house summer party to celebrate Harper's birthday. So Harper's birthday was in April, and unfortunately we had to cancel her actual birthday party, which was supposed to be a gymnastics party. It was kind of a bummer, but we did get to have a fun little summer party in June with just her best friends. So that was super fun because we got the pool out, we got the water balloons, the sprinkler, all that fun stuff. It was actually sunny for trick or treat. Here in Ohio, it's usually super gloomy and rainy or snowy or cold for trick or treat, but this year it was sunny. It was still cold, but at least the sun was out. We officially started the house hunting process and looked at our first house. This started at the end of October. We are actually still looking for a house, and I'm coming to find that we are extremely picky, but that's okay. We have time, and it's been a super fun process so far. So fingers crossed we find our dream home soon. I went back to work after a super nice 8 weeks off. So this will be in a later note, but for those of you who don't know, I was a surrogate. So when I had the baby, I had 8 weeks off because I did have a C-section surgery. So it was nice to be able to go back to work and get back into the swing of things. I finished a new book in 2.5 days. I can't remember which book this was, but this was definitely while I was on maternity leave. We bought a sprinkler, and it's been the best for hot, sunny days. I don't know why it took us so long to buy a sprinkler, but it literally was the best thing ever. Harper and I spent all of the sunny, hot days laying out by that sprinkler. We got a bunch of cute pumpkins for our front porch. I feel like this was the first year we really went crazy with the pumpkins, but We went to several pumpkin patches and got the perfect amount, and they just look so cute on the front porch. I received a nice little surprise in the mail from my coworker. One of my coworkers was so sweet and sent a cute little notebook all decorated for me, and it was just the best surprise ever. We rearranged the house a bit and put the record player in the living room. This was one of those, we're bored during quarantine, so let's do something new at the house. So we put the record player in the living room, and it just makes so much more sense to have it out there because now we can sit on the couch, relax, and enjoy a nice record. We finally got the Office DVD box set for when/if Netflix ever takes it away. Well, Netflix definitely took The Office away, so good thing we have that DVD box set because that's our favorite show ever. Harper started the first grade, and she's already halfway through the year. I can't believe how fast the school year is going. We spent the weekend in Columbus and got to finally meet baby Oliver. One of Ben's good friends, Nat, had a baby back in 2019, and we just got to meet him last year. He already turned 1, but it was such a blast getting to meet him and spend some time with his family. We got to go to the Columbus Zoo for a day, and it was just such a fun time. I got a signed copy of Taylor's new album, Folklore. Guys, I love Taylor Swift. You all probably know this, but finally I got a signed copy of something from her. And I was so excited to finally get it. It's literally my one prized possession. I actually won a game of Yahtzee. Harper always wins at the game of Yahtzee, but finally I won a game, so I had to document it apparently. Harper turned 6 years old. We had the best birthday celebration at home. Like I said earlier, we had to cancel her party, so we just had a super nice celebration at home, and it was the best day ever. I can't believe here in a few months she's gonna be 7. And here it is. Taylor released Evermore, her second album this year, and it's so good. Yeah, I just still can't get over the fact that she released 2 albums, 2 surprise albums in 2020. I don't know about you guys, but it definitely made my 2020 better. Ben turned 33 and we had yummy barbecue. His birthday is in June, so usually we always grill out and have some yummy barbecue food, and that's exactly what we did this year. We found toilet paper during the great TP shortage of 2020. I can't remember where we finally found it, but obviously with that huge shortage, it was being sold out everywhere. We had a great 4th of July spent with good friends. I actually don't think we saw any fireworks this year, which we usually do, but this time we just went over to one of our good friends' houses. We had some good food, good times. I gave birth to a beautiful baby boy as a surrogate mother. So back in August, I delivered this sweet little baby to his amazing family, and I'm so thankful I was able to do it. It was the best experience ever. We have been playing a lot of Animal Crossing. Ben got me this game for Mother's Day last year, and it became an addiction for a while. Seriously, that game is so much fun. Ben and I celebrated our 3-year wedding anniversary quarantine style with grilled salmon. Honestly, one of the best ways to spend a wedding anniversary at home, relaxing, in your sweatpants, eating good food. Our friends bought a new grill and we had a nice summer cookout with them. There's obviously a common theme here, guys. Lots of food. Harper's kindergarten teacher stopped by our house to say goodbye. I thought this is one of the cutest things ever. Since they ended the school year with all virtual learning, her kindergarten teacher actually stopped by the house to bring her kindergarten graduation stuff and hug her and say goodbye. So that was super cute. Ben's family came up for the weekend to celebrate Harper's birthday. Harper actually had a few different birthday celebrations in 2020, and one of them was Ben's family coming up, so she got to spend the weekend with her little cousins, and we had another fun summer party for that. We practiced social distancing and drove by our friend's house so we could talk to them from our car. Yeah, we just sat in their driveway in our car for an hour or two, just spent the time talking with them. I had the most perfect Mother's Day besides the weather. I honestly can't even remember what the weather was like, but I do remember the day. Harper and I got some ice cream, we hung out at home, so obviously a super nice day. Harper worked hard to earn some money from chores and saved to buy a doll she really wanted. Yeah, there for a while she was washing dishes, she was cleaning the litter box since I was pregnant. So we gave her money for doing these chores, and she just really enjoys saving. She still saves money to this day and she loves it. We made homemade donuts and they were so good. Ben and Harper spent a day making homemade donuts. He used to make them as a kid, and yes, they were so good. Ben's sister, husband, and kids came up for a nice hot summer weekend. This was one of the hottest weekends of the entire year. It was like 95 degrees, but we went to the zoo, we went to Build-A-Bear, so it was just a nice, fun little family weekend. Harper made a peanut butter and jelly sandwich all on her own, and then she made one for me. Harper can actually make eggs by herself now. It's so crazy to me, but she loves cooking and making things all on her own. We made lots of good homemade food like chicken noodle soup and apple cobbler. I have a feeling this was at the beginning of quarantine where we were just cooking all the time. But yes, we did have lots of very good homemade meals. We survived our first week of quarantine / homeschool / work from home. Little did I know when I wrote this that it was about to last several months. Harper got her first guitar and it's pink. Her grandpop sent her her very first guitar and she plays it all the time now. She constantly sits in her room and plays it and sings songs. We got some donuts from the brand new Krispy Kreme. So naturally we had to try it, and yes, donuts are always good. We had a beautiful Easter weekend, just us three. We filmed that weekend too, but it was such a nice weekend with just us three. Obviously, this was in the heat of quarantine, but we had a nice little egg hunt at home. Harper had her own personal egg hunt. The Easter Bunny came. We had more good food. Perfect weekend in my book. We had a super fun family weekend at Imagination Station and the zoo. This was literally 2 weeks before quarantine started. We bought memberships to Imagination Station and the zoo, and then we ended up having to stay home for so long. But it was a nice final family weekend out of the house. We made our first big furniture purchase. We bought a couch. We finally got a nice big sectional couch for our living room, and it's been the best thing ever. Harper brought her first baggy book home and learned how to read it. She's been doing so good with reading lately, but this was back at the beginning of 2020 when she was in kindergarten. She had her baggy books, and those were super fun. We rang in the new year with some good friends and played some fun games. So for New Year's Eve 2019, we went over to our friend's house and we just spent the night playing lots of super fun games. The kids all had a blast too. We celebrated a late Christmas with my side of the family. So again, we always take turns with our families. We see one on Christmas and then the other family we see a little bit later in January. So for Christmas 2019, we saw my family in January of 2020. So that was nice. It's always super cool because we get like 3 Christmases. I turned 30 and it wasn't so bad after all. And this year I will be 31. Harper had her first daddy-daughter dance. I am so glad they had this in February before everything got crazy in the world because she had the best time. Her and Ben were so cute, all dressed up, and they both said they had the best night ever. Ooh, last one. I got a couple of new real plants. One is a cactus. I'm gonna try to keep it alive. Well, I have some good news. Both of the plants I got that I was referring to in this note, they are both still alive. I used to have the worst luck with plants and I would always kill them within a couple months of getting them, but these have stayed alive for an entire year. But yeah, jar is empty now. Those were all of my positive things that happened in 2020. There were so many more, but like I said, I just took the time to write down one thing each week. And I'm gonna do it again this year too, so I'm super excited. Leave a comment down below and tell me one positive thing that happened to you guys in 2020. And if you guys like this video, then be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Please subscribe, and I will see you guys in another video. Bye guys!